Hi guys, Walker's Hunting here. Just thought I'd do a little review, long-term ownership review of the Gamo Phox. So just quickly, I've owned this rifle for about 6 years now. I bought it brand new. It was £500 for a package deal. It had a silencer on it, it had a scope on it, and it came with a bag and I think a tin of pellets, which was a company called Phox. This is not a video to promote them, but it's who I used. I've always had reasonably good service from them. So yeah, I bought the rifle. Didn't have a lot of money to spend. I wasn't going to spend £1,200 on a BSA R10. But looking into the Phox and the Gamo and BSA had gone into partnership, and basically with these rifles, it looks like BSA are making the hardware and Gamo the stocks, or however it works, but the actual running gear of the rifle is BSA. It uses exactly the same 10-shot magazines as the BSA. You come with 2 magazines, a silencer, and it came with a budget sort of scope on it. So once I'd owned the rifle, I started doing some ratting with a friend of mine. I didn't really have the night vision set up at the time until this one came up on eBay. So this is the Yukon XT 6.5 night vision scope. So it's basically just a camera on the front there. Everybody knows how night vision scopes work now. But on the top of it, I also put a range finder. Probably over the space of 12 months, 2 years of owning the rifle, I put these things on. I paid 250 quid for this scope, which they were normally 650 quid new. And it came with a little NPR, which is a little screen which allows you to record what the scope is seeing and play it back. So the budget spent on this rifle to get it up to where it was, is probably talking, so 100 quid to 300 quid, so it's probably towards £800 over the space of, say, 2 years of buying the rifle. But the original rifle was 500 quid, which was absolutely spot on. Accuracy is absolutely brilliant. I've used this again a couple of days ago down the side of the house at 22 yards. The first 3 pellets that I fired went for exactly the same hole, and the next 7 pellets, it's a 10-shot magazine, were under a 5p piece, and it was windy. So the things I've done to the rifle since owning it, obviously chuck this night vision scope on, put a fire rock silencer on. I put a bipod on the bottom of it. I had to put a little Picatinny rail on, and because these stocks are plastic, they are really easy. So you take the stock off of the rifle, which is easy, and drill your holes through. The other thing that I did, which I saw a guy in America who'd got the GX40, which is a very similar rifle. He put a single point attachment stud for your sling. So what that enables you to do is have a sling around your neck, which allows you to have both hands free, the rifle hanging down when you're walking around, which I would say is worth doing. So upsize the rifle, accurate as hell. Really pleased. Up to about 65 yards I've taken out quarry with it. I wouldn't go any further than that. I don't think many people would with many sub 12 foot-pound rifles, to be honest. So the fill gauge is at the front, so I would recommend you only fill these up to 200, because any more than that, the shots seem to go over haywire. Plus, I've always had that between 200 and 100 is your sweet shooting. You get about 50 to 60 shots out of it before you start noticing the power to drop off. You can still carry on shooting, but you will notice a bit of a power drop after 60 shots, 50, 60 shots, which is the only downside, I say, is that shot count. But if you're shooting more than 50 rats in a night, you're doing really well. But overall, the rifle's been spot on. The only issue that I had is I had a nighttime setup that I created, so therefore if I wanted to use it in the day, I've got to take the scope off, this, that and the other. So I solved that problem by buying a second-hand Gamo Phox for 200 quid. So this, again, I've got a single point sling on it. So this is my carry around in the woods rifle. Exactly the same setup, 177. I put a slightly better scope on it recently, but there's a single point harness. So I'm completely hands-free now, and it hangs down, and you can lift the rifle up, bang. So that works well. So that's how good I think Gamo Phox is after 6 years, that I bought 2, I still own 2, and I still use 2. So Gamo Phox.